SAPS is great for hydration, but that's not what this video is about. What's up, David Moss Jr., and this is the brand new Plunge Air. It's one of the newest of the entire Plunge lineup. It's their new inflatable, which is cool. You can use it as just a tub, or you can connect it to their brand new Plunge Pure Pro chiller, which is capable of getting you down to 37 degrees. Now in this video, I'm gonna do a full review of the actual tub itself because a lot of people are asking very specific questions. So I wanted to make a video just diving all in on the Plunge Air itself. We will have some follow-up videos reviewing the chiller, and I also have a standalone review of the chiller I'll have linked at the end of this video. But if you're interested in checking out everything you need to know about the new Plunge Air, this video is for you. Let's dive right in. So the first thing I want to talk about is going to be the price. Right now you can buy the tub as it comes right here for $990. Now it does come with a travel bag, it comes with a pump, and it comes with a few other accessories, but for $990 you can get this and use it as an ice bath. Now here's a couple of the questions that I had that I wanted to go ahead and answer. It's, is it actually worth it? Now there's a lot of inflatables on the market. You can go to Amazon or anywhere and find an inflatable cold plunge that you can use with just ice. But the difference is almost all of them come from one place in China, and they just rebrand them and put them on Amazon, put them on the market, and they're all identical. Plunge is the only company that I know of that's actually designed something special and unique because it's designed for comfort. You notice a lot of the inflatable plunges have vertical walls, and yes, they're cushioned, and yes, they're soft. That's really cool. But one of the things that I like, and it caught my eye immediately when I saw this, is the slanted wall where your back's gonna go when you're laying down and actually cold plunging. Also that they're using a different material. It's a more durable material, finding out that most people keep their cold plunges outside in the sun, in the elements, and when you put an inflatable outside and leave it outside for a long period of time, like I've learned, they discolor and they have a little bit of deterioration that's gonna happen over time. Plunge wanted to make this with longevity in mind, which I'm pretty excited about, but let's go ahead and dive deeper into it and actually show you everything you need to know about it. Now that price of $990 is subject to change, and you can use discount code DMOSSJR to save a little bit of money. But if you do upgrade and get the chiller itself, it is gonna be somewhere around $4,400. The chiller is the most expensive part. It's what filters, keeps your water clean, and keeps your water cold. So that's a whole separate video in itself. Well, let's talk about exactly what you get with that price. So you are gonna get this beautiful backpack. You can actually throw this entire tub in here. It deflates very easily. The lid deflates as well. And what I like about the backpack is that it doesn't just unzip at the top. It actually unzips almost half of the entire bag. So it makes it really easy to get everything in and get everything out. It's gonna come with a pump, and at the top, it's gonna tell you about your PSI so that you don't over or under inflate your tub. It comes with this nice floor mat in case you are on pavers or if you're on grass or rocks or something like that and you don't wanna have that potential tear in your cold plunge. Definitely use this floor mat. First cold plunge I've seen come with that, and it comes with this nice repair kit. God forbid you do have a tear or a pop, you can fix your plunge. Everything does deflate and fit right into this bag, which is really nice if you are planning on traveling and taking your plunge with you like I am. I'm gonna be deflating this down, putting it in the bag, and taking it to different places with me so other people can experience cold plunging for the first time. Now for fun, I wanna talk about measurements, and I wanna actually measure this because sometimes you see the measurements online and you can't really visually see exactly what that means. So let's measure it real quick. From the floor to the top of the lid is just under 30 inches. From the floor to the top of the plunge itself is 26.5 inches. So you do have a nice insulated lid here, which will help keep your water cold and also keep the elements out. Another nice thing that I really like is they have these latches here, which are gonna help prevent children who shouldn't be jumping in or playing in your cold plunge out. Also, it's gonna strap down your lid nice and tight. If you do leave it outside when it's raining or when there's a storm coming, it'll help keep the bugs and the elements out of your cold plunge, keeping your water cold and clean longer. Now let's look at the length. From end to end, we're looking at just at 5 feet. And then as far as the width goes, we're looking at just over 3 feet. So a 5 foot by 3 foot tub, which to me seems like it might be one of the smaller tubs, but at the end of the day, it does have that slanted back, which I think might make for a more comfortable experience, and we're gonna check all that out here in a second. I wanna do a quick walk around of it and just kind of show it off a little bit too. I do like the drop stitching that you can see. It kind of gives it a different textured look on the outside. What that is it's this drop stitching that's gonna help keep everything together for a long period of time, even when the weather and the temperature is changing and you notice that sometimes your inflatables might overinflate or underinflate due to the pressure. What this is gonna do is help lengthen the overall ownership period that you're gonna be able to enjoy this tub, so you're not gonna have to replace it. On the back side here, which is where your chiller would end up going, there's this nice little plate made out of like a plastic, and what that's for is actually if you do get a phone mount, or if you have something like that that you want a suction cup in there to record, or even have a timer, or even just use the Plunge app and go through some of their guided plunges, which is really cool. Another thing that a lot of people don't know about is the Plunge app is live currently in the Apple and Android stores, and you could go ahead and use that if you want to, no matter what cold plunge you're using. They have some really cool features for cold plunging. One of the best apps out there that I've played around with. Another thing to note on that is if you do go with the pure chiller, you're gonna be able to connect to your app and actually monitor everything, turn your chiller on, turn your chiller off, change your temperature, set it up for different times. There's a lot of really cool features you should play around with on that app, and a lot of new features are coming soon too. On the back side here, this is actually where you would connect to your chiller, and you're also gonna come with some plugs if you wanna just use this with ice. This is also where you're gonna pump up your plunge for the very first time. And then this is the slanted side over here. Let's go ahead and jump in. So let's unstrap the lid here, both sides. Cool, let's go ahead and measure the inside. So around the whole tub, you're gonna have about 4 inches of air insulation. So what that means is at the widest point inside this plunge, you have 30 inches. And at the longest part inside this plunge, you're gonna have 52 inches. As far as depth goes, the mat goes all the way down to the floor, so you have 25 inches from the floor all the way to the rim where the water would overflow. So I'm 6'1", 205 pounds, and I've had some people actually ask me, like, are you really 6'1"? Are you really 205 pounds? Yes, I verified that. Take my word for it. But here's the thing, a lot of us are built differently. I realize that I have a very short torso. So some of the plunges that I get into, I might fit in a little bit differently from somebody else who's 6'1". And the reason I bring that up is someone asked me, hey, can you measure from your shoulders to your tailbone so that they can verify that they'll fit in some of these things. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I got this nice little handy little tape measure here. I don't know really how to do this, but I'm gonna just put it at I'm gonna put it right here, pull it down to like where my butt crack starts, which I guess is where I would bend over my tailbone. 27 inches. I don't know if it's gonna show that. 27 inches is from my tailbone to my shoulders. If this helps anybody, if it doesn't, just skip past this part. But now I'm gonna go ahead and get in here and show you exactly how I would fit. Wow. Yeah, the slanted back makes it extremely comfortable. And I've been in a lot of different inflatable cold plunges, but I will say that having the slanted back does make it way more roomy than even I could imagine. Another thing to note while I'm in here is that where the water is going to go into the chiller and then come back out of the chiller is actually on the floor, which I like that because if you have any experience with any inflatables, you know that when you drain your inflatable plunge, most of the ports are kind of like in the middle, like over here. And what that means is you drain it all out and then you have to like get a secondary pump, put it in there to drain the rest of it out. It becomes a little bit of a process and you always end up with extra water in the bottom of your cold plunge. So it's nice that you don't have to worry about that. Another nice thing is that you're not gonna have water just kind of shooting at random parts of your body. The water is gonna come out and almost create like a circulation. Where they put it here is actually really smart because there's a pre-filter that keeps any of the hair and debris from even making its way into your chiller, which is awesome. And then where the water comes out, the jet almost pushes the water towards you over here, which is gonna create a nice little circulation and flow of water, which I'm a big fan of if you can't already tell. I also wanna give a quick shout out to Legends. Legends is the shorts I wear basically exclusively. I absolutely love Legends shorts. They have a really good lining. They have 5 and 7 inch drop seams. They have zipper pockets, everything that I need to live the lifestyle that I live. If I wanna go to the gym, I throw on Legends. If I wanna go to sleep, I throw on Legends. If I wanna go to the beach, I throw on Legends. They're comfortable in every circumstance for me, and I absolutely love them. So if you wanna try Legends for yourself, I have a discount code and a link down in the description below that I'd love for you to check out. A lot of celebrities wear them and there's a reason for it. They're extremely comfortable and extremely durable. So make sure you check those out after this video. So there's a lot of room in here, and I had someone actually ask me because of weight on their deck, they can't fill this all the way up. So if they filled this up halfway, would they be able to actually get really cold? And my answer would be honestly yes. I think with the slanted back and the water displacement, you're not losing a lot of water in these crevices over here that you don't have body parts in. So what I would suggest doing is doing that, sitting Indian style because there's a lot of room, and then just kind of laying back almost like you're in your bathtub. And if the water was halfway up, the water's gonna cover my knees and it's gonna come all the way up to my chest, which is exactly what you're gonna want during a cold plunge. So to answer your question, If you wanted to just fill this up halfway and still be able to get cold, you would definitely be able to do that. A few final things to say. I wanted to make a short video just answering the questions that people have had, but also questions that I had myself. If you're looking to get any inflatable plunge, there's a lot of cheaper ones on the market right now, and at the end of the day, they're just that. They're a lot cheaper for a reason. I have a lot of people reach out to me with problems that they have with either chillers or cold plunges that they purchased on Amazon or from another store that are really, really inexpensive, and they cause them a lot of headaches. I don't want you to deal with that. It is worth it to me to suggest something like Plunge. It might be a little bit more expensive, but after meeting the founders, meeting the team, going to Sacramento, California, and seeing how everything's assembled, there's a reason that Plunge is a little bit more expensive. Now, I'm not by any means encouraging you to go break the bank and buy all Plunge products, but I am telling you that if you can afford it and it's something in your budget, I would highly consider and more than likely recommend check out the Plunge products. I've had no issues with my Plunge XL, and I use it on a daily basis, and I don't take care of it. I've actually never changed the filter in that cold plunge, and I'm real excited to get the connections to connect this Plunge Air to the new Plunge Pure Chiller, which from my experience is the Plunge all-in components wrapped up in a chiller that you can take with you and you can put on different Plunge products, which I think is a genius idea. The app is constantly evolving. There's a lot of cool features on the app. I encourage you to go to the App Store right now and just download it and start playing with it, even if you don't have a cold plunge. It's extremely user-friendly, and you will be able to control your new Plunge chiller through that app, which is awesome. And also on that app, if you get the Plunge sauna, you can control everything from your phone, which I think is a powerful tool, knowing that you need to give yourself a little window of time to heat up your sauna. It's really cool to also be able to schedule your cold plunges with your Plunge. There's a lot of great features. If you can't tell, I'm pretty excited. In closing, I would say the Plunge Air is a great product to consider. If you do want to get one for yourself, take advantage of my discount code and the link down in the description below. If you have any questions that I did not answer, make sure you ask them in the comments below, or you can reach out to me on Instagram. I'll private message you, answer any questions that you might have. My Instagram handle is dmossjr, and the discount code for Plunge is also dmossjr. That's DMAUSJR. I do have a video in the works where I will be completely reviewing the new Plunge chiller hooked up to the Plunge Air. I will have that linked at the end of this video once that is live, but for now I'm gonna go ahead and link the new Plunge Pure Chiller review so you can check that out if you haven't already checked it out. I appreciate you guys for watching. I hope you have a great day. I'll see you on the next video, and God bless. Like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and link that next video right here, so go ahead and click this now so you can take a look at this video as well. I'll see you guys later.